Today is all about wine, and I have the feeling I am in the right place. Here you can drink, learn, and explore. I'm Jose Cedeño, and tonight on Evening.
I'm St. Brian in Tacoma with the surprising local connection of the best-selling novel Remarkably Bright Creatures, now a Netflix movie.
Chris hits the trail for a dog sledding adventure in Juneau.
Alaskan Huskies beats horsepower for sure.
And looking for something to do this Mother's Day weekend? We got it all, from Frosty Brews to bonsai.
Hello and welcome to the show from Little Thing at Wine Bar in Beacon Hill. Of course, we're gonna talk more about this place in just a minute, but first, let's go dog sledding. Yes, Chris Cashman traveled to Alaska on a Holland American cruise for an unforgettable adventure. Yes, I'm a little jealous. He got to spend a lot of quality time with puppies.
The dogs at Juneau's Sled Dog Discovery and Mushers Camp
There you go. Good dogs.
are born to run.
They're saying, hey, let's go. Yeah, Winnie, Saison. Then we got Mint and Rowan. Then we got Lingen and Bryn up front.
The only thing more excited than these guys will be you once the power of this pack is unleashed.
It's getting exciting.
We got 16 dogs on the team today. These guys are Alaskan Huskies.
Jessie Downey has been running dogs for 11 years. They might be loud, but she leads her pack quietly.
G.
G means turn right. Ha
Ha.
means turn left, and everybody knows what this means. Jessie is good enough to be in the world's most famous sled dog race.
I qualified for Iditarod myself, so if I get sponsors or funding, I could do it like next year.
But she prefers to share her pack with others.
It's just fun. Yeah, we're running dog and mushing as a job, but it's something I really love, so it doesn't feel like work. It's just fun.
These sleds are designed to run on a dirt road. There isn't always snow here, but today we and the dogs got lucky.
Yeah!
Tongues flapping, feet flying. You're looking at a pack of Alaskan Huskies doing their favorite thing. The humans look pretty happy too. After the ride, time for scratches.
Two of the hardest workers in Alaska right here. Look at that face. That says I earned it.
It's the first time most of these cruise ship guests have tried Alaska's official state sport.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was awesome. First time, of course, but it was amazing. It was awesome.
It was
fun. It was so fun.
very fun. I'm ready for the 150-mile one.
Dog mushing is only part of this adventure. There's a forest with a suspension bridge to explore, a husky history chat, then what everybody is waiting for, puppy petting.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
This isn't just good for the soul, it helps socialize these future sled dogs.
Meet my friend Iceman.
Somewhere between being pulled through the forest by 16 happy huskies and getting cuddles from their pups, everybody who visits this mushers camp becomes a part of the pack.
Oh, I just love the dogs. Yeah, they're my family.
Those dogs are strong and very loud. We're gonna have more on Alaska on our special next week on Wednesday. And that show is gonna be featuring more on adventures from Holland America's 7-day cruise to Alaska. Now, let's talk about wine. And I have the feeling I am in the right place. I'll talk to the owner of Little Thing to learn more. Tell me a little bit about this place.
It's a small community neighborhood wine shop and bar. It's meant to feel Special and precious, but easy at the same time.
Why the name?
It's something I say a lot. I think all of us do. Little thing, you know, this is 480 square feet. It is at its core, very small.
Is this a place where people come and just buy wine, or this is a place people come and try wine?
It's all of it, honestly. Try new wines, drink glasses of wine, share bottles with friends, and then take wines home that they've had or join the wine club so they can get surprised with new wines. Put a lot of time and energy into the curation. I think that's what people really love, is that it feels thoughtfully picked out. For example, this one's only $20 and it's delicious. It's like drinkable, lovely Chardonnay from the Macon in Burgundy. You could walk in here and still see names you recognize and also things you've never seen before. We have our own private label wines, which are exclusive to here. Across the board, the best thing has been the community that's built out of here. We lovingly call this the Beacon Hill Strip Mall. It's 3 women-owned businesses all next door. So we have the wine shop, and then we have our newest addition, which is called Hey Jude, which is like a wonderful home goods, textiles, new and vintage, the perfect place to get a gift for your coolest friend. And then we have an incredible cheese shop called Street Cheese, incredibly curated. I think people are really hungry for analog spaces. They want to feel connected. This is like a little slice of that for some people.
I really like this wine. Here they open Tuesday through Sundays, and of course, they are located on Beacon Hill. By the way, they also collaborate with local markets. One of them is Good Luck Pizza. Yeah, a premium hand-tossed pizza, but here's the catch. It's frozen, but not like any frozen pizza. Here's the story.
Making pizza from scratch is an underrated art form. But if you don't have time for that, opt for one of these frozen sourdough pizzas, handmade in Seattle.
Often by our hands.
Corey and Eric own Good Luck Bread, a small operation with a big mission, making the best ever frozen pizza. Corey is a passionate bread baker, and Eric worked in ice cream for more than a decade, so he knows frozen food.
When the pandemic happened, we kind of looked at each other and were like, if we're ever gonna do this, this is probably when, and got in a car and bought 50 pounds of flour and off we went.
And right off the bat, their pizzas stood apart from the ones in frozen food aisles.
We hand stretch our dough. We don't use commercial yeast. It's all natural leavening.
They add house-made sauce and then par-bake each pie.
We're using a deck oven, which is at a fairly high temperature. And what we're trying to do is get a really robust cook on the bottom of the pizza with like leopard spots and a little bit of blistering.
After they cool, they're topped with more sauce and premium ingredients like Italian Parmigiano Reggiano and an Ezzo pepperoni varietal. Then each pizza is frozen and packaged and delivered to the homes of customers. For Eric and Corey, this isn't just their livelihood, it's love for each other.
It's like, oh, even if I didn't know you, even if we weren't, married, it's like, oh, you'd be like my favorite coworker. You know what I mean? Like,
and commitment to what they've created together.
We eat our own pizza every day.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So fire up some good luck in your own oven and discover what frozen pizza can actually be.
Good Luck Pizza delivered their frozen pizza paired with wine from here. That's right. And you may ask, what's up with dessert? Well, they also have in the menu some frozen, ready-to-bake cookies. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Up next, it's a best-selling book, and now a movie. The surprising local connection to remarkably bright creatures, and a first look at the new movie Chief Detective. Yep, that's exactly what it's about.
Evening is sponsored by Holland America Line.
Welcome back to the show from Little Thing, a bottle shop on Beacon Hill. Now, a beloved story with local roots is making a big splash. Here's Saint from Tacoma with more. Hey, Saint.
Hey, the best-selling novel Remarkably Bright Creatures is now a movie on Netflix, which begins streaming tonight. It is just as heartwarming as the novel, which has a lot of surprising local connections.
Humans, for the most part, are inept creatures.
For the setting of a book that would touch millions of readers, author Shelby Van Pelt looked back on her days as a Tacoma kid, visiting the old aquarium at Point Defiance.
I can still smell it. The way that it was like, the walls were always a little bit wet and it was kind of dark, but I loved it so much. It felt like when you were in there, you were being let in on a secret of some sort.
There's a newer aquarium there now, brighter, bigger, home to a giant Pacific octopus named Eve. But that feeling Shelby remembered, that quiet sense of wonder, eventually turned into Remarkably Bright Creatures, a story about a lonely cleaning woman and a grouchy octopus named Marcellus.
Of all the humans, I suppose I mind the cleaning lady the least.
Shelby, how did you ever find Marcellus's tone, his voice?
Oh, you know, it came really easily to me. I don't know that I really believe in past lives, but if I did, I think that I was a curmudgeonly old man in one of mine because that just popped into my head. It came very, very easily to me.
As odd as the premise sounds, the story is really about something familiar: grief, loneliness, and the people who help us through it. That's what drew director Olivia Newman to the project.
I really feel like the movie is a celebration of community, and it's hopefully leaves people feeling very uplifted, even if they have tears running down their cheeks.
There is a right way and a wrong way to do things.
She's insane. It's all she has.
Hello, my lovelies.
Sally Field wanted in on the movie project before the book was ever published, leading to a moment on set Shelby will never forget.
It was seeing Sally, truly. The character of Tova is inspired by my grandmother, who passed away in 2017, and Sally just embodied her spirit so totally. It was almost like seeing a ghost walking onto the set. It made me cry a little bit.
And maybe that's why this story has connected with so many people. Because with humor, and yes, a sentient octopus, there's a simple reminder: none of us are meant to go through life alone.
All this time, I've been looking for the wrong thing. Occasionally, humans can be remarkably bright creatures.
Remarkably Bright Creatures is now streaming on Netflix. It is just as moving as the best-selling novel, so you'll probably want to make sure you have some tissues handy. And if you're in the mood for another movie featuring animals that know their way around the English language, there's a new one hitting theaters this weekend. It is called The Sheep Detectives, and it's bound to be a family favorite.
If there's one secret to happiness, I propose it would be simply sheep.
I've asked you a number of times not to do this.
In Sheep Detectives, Hugh Jackman is a devoted shepherd who reads murder mysteries aloud to his flock.
I know when Rodney Hollingshead was murdered, and I know who the real killer was.
When he's suddenly murdered, the sheep take the case.
And we shall solve the crime.
At the New York premiere, Hugh agreed, yeah, the premise is unusual.
Well, first of all, it was described to me as Babe meets Knives Out, and I was like, okay, how's that gonna work? And I just fell in love.
Based on a novel written 20 years ago, the heartfelt script managed to attract a stunning cast, some of whom give voice to the sheep.
Initially, I was like, what? Sheep solve the... Huh? I mean, you know...
You know what humans call stupid people who can't think for themselves?
Ducks!
Sheep!
He's talking about you.
Honestly, it was the best script I'd read in years. I love the script.
The sheep will flock together to help their town's only policeman solve the murder.
Whoa! He is, at the beginning of the movie, quite an idiot, maybe, seeming. Not very confident, not very skilled at the job.
A clue.
Thank you all. By the end of the film, sort of with the help of these sheep, he grows into himself, finds himself.
I want to bash it! I want to bash it so bad!
What's with them?
The Sheep Detectives is rated PG. It is open today. I haven't had a chance to catch this one, but I understand it is one of those hopeful and touching films that has a lot to say about grief, and it is scoring a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Sounds like Cheap Detectives is a hit. Can't wait to see it.
Up next, from a big parade in a small town to a bonsai bash, we got evening event picks for you.
Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our community shine. Evening is sponsored by Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
Don't tell me it's just a dream. I'm so lucky to have this life. I wouldn't change a thing.
Hey, this is Saint with a first look at the Legally Blonde spin-off set in a most unlikely city.
I've had to look for other work. I found a place.
What's it called?
Seattle's Elite.
Because the other doctor's from Seattle?
Because the practice is in Seattle.
And you'll commute to Seattle?
No, we're moving to Seattle.
How long will that be?
A couple of years.
That's my whole life.
The series follows Elle Woods going to high school in Seattle, where she encounters tricky friendships, forbidden romance, and questionable fashion choices. Elle will start streaming on Prime starting on July 1st.
Welcome back to the show from Little Thing in Beacon Hill. Now look at this little patio. Isn't it nice? Are you looking for something to do in the Northwest? Well, we got you covered. Here's Chris Cashman with Out and About.
Who doesn't love a parade? Head to Swim for the Grand Parade at the 131st Irrigation Festival this Saturday, May 9th at noon. The motto in this farming community is water is wealth. This may look like a mere ditch to you, but this irrigation celebration has been around since 1895. It's Washington's oldest festival. You'll finally get to encounter space aliens at Merrimore Park on May 8th and 9th during Space Chase. Drones will transform the night sky into something out of this world during the 60-minute family-friendly show. Celebrate tiny trees at Bonsai Fest, a free outdoor festival at the Pacific Bonsai Museum in Federal Way, May 9th and 10th. There will be food trucks, hands-on activities, and the opening of Bonsai United, a groundbreaking exhibition that brings together 36 bonsai practitioners from around the world. Don't forget, this is Mother's Day weekend. Depending on how your mom rolls, you can take her out for crafting and a pint at Ounces Tap Room on Del Ridge, part of Seattle's Beer Week celebration. Or hit the 18th annual Pike Place Market Flower Festival for a fresh bouquet from one of the 30 flower vendors who will be there May 9th and 10th.
Do you have an event that you want to highlight in our Out and About? Well, hit us up on email or in social media. Now, time is running out for you to nominate someone to the Western Washington Hyundai Dealers Hometown Heroes contest. That's right. Do you know somebody that needs a car? It could be a teacher, a cop, or you get the point. Anybody. It's up to you to choose someone in your local area making a difference in the community. Your Western Washington Hyundai dealers are honoring every heroes by giving away all new 2026 Hyundai Santa Fe to someone who is making their community a better place. To nominate someone, go to king5.com/hero and tell us what makes that person so special. Time is running out. The deadline to nominate your Hyundai hero is Sunday, May the 10th.
Evening is sponsored by Western Washington Hyundai Dealers.
Welcome back to the show from Little Thing. Dylan, it's time to have some wine.
Great. I thought you'd never ask.
Oh, yeah?
So first up is a little Champenoise Method sparkling from Burgundy. So Champenoise Method means made like champagne in the same method, but this is just Cremant, which means from outside of Champagne in France. We're from Burgundy though, which is right next to Champagne. So I always say this is like one of the closest to Champagne you can get at a much more reasonable price.
All right, cheers to that.
Cheers.
Let's see. All right, this is making me crave the next one. What's next?
This is our private label rosé made by Andrew Lotta here in Washington. So this is just meant to be like a zippy, delicious rosé. And then last but not least is gonna be the Loire Valley Red.
Ooh.
So this is Cabernet Franc from Saumur, which is a small region in the Loire Valley.
Red wine is my favorite.
Oh, I love that. Do you normally drink Cabernet Franc?
Yes.
Cheers. Love it. So Cabernet Franc has this real like herbal quality.
It does.
But I love the elegance that's here. It's like really red fruited. It's perfect for spring because it is lighter bodied.
Dylan, pack all 3. I'm taking all of them.
Perfect.
Good night, everybody.